Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Drafting with a Hick. And I'm Zach. I'm here. I'm going to do another draft. I think we're probably going to stick with the M12 theme. We were blue-black in the last two episodes, so this time, obviously I'm not going to force anything, but it'd be nice if we got to see something a little bit different. So let's go ahead and hop in before this fires. Hopefully our first pick will either force us to build around something. Well, I think there are two clear best cards, and I think one is the common safe choice, which is Incinerate. I do think red is heavily drafted in these sets. The other pick is a straight bomb. I mean, if you don't deal with the Sarah Angel, it'll kill you. Vigilance is monstrous. 4/4 flying for 5 is amazing. So I think we're probably going to go that route. Remember, this pack had good white in it. I mean, it has two other cards that we'd want: Stormfront, Pegasus, and Stave Off. The Bat's good. This Bat. The Drake's good. This is playable. I wouldn't pick it here by any means. Divination's good. Obviously, Tutor can be good. Depends on what else you have in your deck. But we're going to take the Sarah here. Cool. And then we get a Oblivion Ring with another heavy white pack. Some of the other cards in this pack that are awesome are the Minotaur, I think, is amazing, as is this guy. So red and white, I mean, they both look really deep in these first two packs. Black, that Shade's good. Ponder's playable. Deathmark's great. But yeah, Oblivion Ring's the best card in this pack for sure. Okay. This is definitely a step down. I think we're just going to stay on color here and see what's open. Take the egg. This way we kind of cut off white if anyone was like indecisive and they maybe took one of the late ones. We'll go ahead and grab that. Divine Favor's okay. I don't play it if I don't need to. Unless I have like a heavy Oromancer deck or something like that. Alright, well, we noted that red and white were deep, and I see Griffin Rider here, which is good. I see Drifting Shade, which is also good. Sundial the Infinite, I don't think it's super playable. Goblin Grenade, good, but this guy is the best card in this pack for sure. At least in my opinion, by a mile. Griffin Rider is only good if you get like low end 4, better 6+ Griffins. So we're going to take the Fire Slinger here. Only card I'm not real excited about so far is the Egg, and that's usually, still playable if you need it to be. So hopefully we get more good red and white. If not, we don't need to play this guy. I can tell you we're going to play these two for sure. Unless we could just completely cut off white, which hopefully doesn't happen. And we always need the utility stuff. Alright, well there's another Slinger. There's also a good uncommon here. Acidic Slime is pretty darn good. I'm still not a huge fan of green though, so I think I'm going to keep with the Fire Slinger. And probably take that. Take the best red card in the pack. Alright, well this is an awesome sign. There's two cards we want here. This or this. Both are amazing. We got two Fire Slingers already. I think I still like the 5/5 for 4. I mean, Jism Gen was such a bomb, and it was worse than this guy in my opinion. So, we'll take that guy. Red and white's a really cool, aggressive, fast archetype. I think it's one of the better ones that you can have. Red has the deepest commons by far. I think it runs Incinerate, Shock, Chandra's Rage. Wow, why is Birds of Paradise sitting there? That's totally tempting me right now. I know I shouldn't take it. I should probably take like the Oromancer. But it's so good that I think I'm going to take it just because You know, I need these for constructed anyway. I have 0, so I'm going to take 1. Alright, Um, Celestial Purge, I think, is the best card in this pack. Alright, that Mage came back around, and he's really good in an archetype like this. Even a late Fire Slinger, you get him for an extra 1 damage, you know. So, you could have taken the Lava Axe there, but I personally like the 2 mana, 2 power. Especially with stuff like Bloodthirst that we want to get online. Yeah, we have the Fire Slingers, but go ahead and hide the birds for now. Alright, well, we could take the Death Mark, which is really good against us, or we could take the Griffin Rider, which we don't have any Griffins for yet. If another one happened to come around, I mean, we'd probably consider it. Still, I think it's the wise choice to take the Death Mark here. Just because I appreciate hating on cards that are really good against you. Uncommon, just to take one. Rock Egg. Alright, cool. I got a Sundial anyway for constructed, so that's nice. I have one, so that's my second. It's a lot more rewarding, I think, when I draft those cards than if I were to buy them for 25 cents or whatever they cost. So I get a little bit of enjoyment out of that. By the way, guys, I'm really going to try this week to not go like this over and over between all the cards. I know how annoying it is. Especially some commentators, I think it was This Is Mish. I was actually causing him to get seasick. So I'm really going to try this week not to do anything stupid and basically show off my ADHD. So we'll see what happens. I promise to make an attempt. Alright, well, the 2 best cards in this pack are Pacifism and Incinerate. Both of them are good. I think Incinerate's better because it also sets off our Bloodthirst guys. And it leaves a lot of white in the pack. So hopefully maybe one of these things will wheel to us. Or the Arsonist. So we're going to take the Incinerate here. I think it's the better card. Alright. Well, here we have a different kind of a decision. We have 2 cards that we really shouldn't need to take at number 2. But both of them are kind of like our only options. And that's Stave Off and Griffin Sentinel. And I think we can get a Stave Off later. I think I want to get a Griffin Sentinel here. And I really don't want to play more than 1, maybe 2 Stave Offs. Whereas Griffin Sentinel will play a bunch of them. Alright, well this is a good sign. So we have Stave Off, we have Shock, and we have Stormfront Pegasus. Also great swords in this pack. Sorin's Thirst, Merfolk Looter, Amazing Doomblade. This is a really good pack. I think I want the Pegasus here. It's really good for what we're trying to do for a deck. I'll be happy about getting any of these 4 cards back on the table. So right now we're going to take this guy though. I think it's more important to get a bunch of those. Alright, now I heard somebody talking about this, so I'm kind of tempted to try this. I don't have a ton of creatures, but like this does look bomby, and it's something that I could see myself playing for 6 mana. An Oromancer, an Arsonist, and Stave Off are cool, but they can't make as big a difference as like a big bomb can, and that might be a bomb, so we'll give it a shot here. I think the 3/3 for 3 is probably the best pick for us right here. We'll go with that, see what happens. I always say in all my drafts my biggest thing is consistency, and so far this looks like a pretty consistent deck. Let's go ahead and move the Purge to the sideboard. O-Ring's nice. So our removal right now is Incinerate, O-Ring, maybe this, but it's definitely not going to be fast to get that thing online. But once we get it online, the thing will be beastly. The way I see that card for a deck like this is it makes everything twice as good in the late game. But I don't think we should look at it like, oh, my Pegasus is going to be doing 2 damage to his face, because in a good draw, we're going to get this guy down turn 2. Hopefully we don't see this guy till late in the game. I mean, that usually makes you say, why are you playing it then? But I think it's worth it. Sometimes these cards can just swing the entire, tempo of the game. So hopefully it does that for us. Alright, there's another Purge. I've never played with these guys. But maybe if I get one of those white enchantments, I'll consider throwing it on him. Because he's kind of cool. I mean, his effect is definitely game-changing. It's an uncommon, and usually Wizards doesn't make horrible mistakes in that regard. So maybe he is really powerful if you can, protect him. Even with like a Kite Shade, for example. Or Kite Shield, excuse me. That would be pretty okay in some of these. I think I'll take the Act here, though. Act of Treason is probably a better card for us. Alright, so Siege Mastodon, Demystify, or Lightning Elemental. Mastodon's probably the best body for the cost here. He's 1 more mana, and you get 3 more total PT than the Lightning Elemental. And this is, fringe sideboard card, so. This is a pretty good card to still be in the pack, though, that Carnage Worm. But let's take the Mastodon here. Alright. This can be good, if you face a mill matchup, and it's fringe playable. Lava Axe is definitely the best card in that pack. There's a wow. Why is Greatsword still here? All right, we'll take that and not think about it. Oromancer. That's pretty good against weenie decks. Okay. Alright. I'd like to have another really good uncommon or rare here. That's not really what we wanted. There are really good cards in other colors, like the Cudgel Troll's good. Azure Mage is almost good enough to splash. So I mean, our choices aren't very good right now. We got like Goblin Tunneler, Goblin Arsonist, Rock Egg number 2. This is a bad pack. I mean, probably Piker's the best card for us in this pack, which is a horrible pack 3, pick 1. But I think we take it here. I mean, you can't. Wow, sweet. Fireballs passed to us, so that's nice. We might get something sick out of this pack, too. Another Act of Treason, Chandra's Outrage, Minotaur, and Lawkeeper. Fireball's the best card, though, for sure. Wow, Day of Judgment, really? That's pretty ridiculous. Cool. Well, that's totally playable for us. So I think we made the right signs earlier, or at least this guy's just, we're lucky he's not in white, the 2 in front of me, because that's a good card. Even if you are aggro, I kind of wish I had that Rock Egg now instead of the Piker. It gets a little better with one of those. Tunneler, Elemental, or the Stonehorn Dignitary? I guess Lightning Elemental with the Day of Judgment seems pretty good. It's got some good cards in other colors, like you see the Ice Cage, the Frost Breath, the Death Mark. Distress is playable. Naturalize can be as a one-of or something like that. Alright, I gotta admit, here I'm thinking about the Defined Favor, because I'm looking at the Bank Checkers, I'm thinking about the Oromancer. I don't think it's the worst card here, especially considering we might Day of Judgment when it's out or something like that. So the 3 lives, not negligible either. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. So we'll take that. Here the pack gets a little worse. I think Warpaint might be the best card for us, which is not a good thing by any means, but we'll go ahead and grab it. Alright, this is not bad. The Mighty Leap's pretty decent. So we got some good cards that I think, we can steal some games with, like Day of Judgment, Fireball. This, I'm still thinking this might be a cool card. I like the looks of it. We definitely don't have all the Minotaurs and the 3-mana 3/3 first strikers that I'd want. There are a lot of those guys that are good. Divine Favor might be pretty good for us. I might even consider a second one. I know I said earlier I really wouldn't play it, but with a deck like this, alright, the Sentinel there is a good sign. So again, got some good black and green in it. Smallpox isn't super great in this format though. Against the Tunneler, he can really steal games sometimes. This really went away from what I was originally trying to do, which was going to be red, white, Timbo, Bloodthirst, and it's not looking like that at all. It looks more like red, white Control almost, with some decent creatures thrown in. It's pretty funny. With Day of Judgment, Sarah Angel, Warstorm, Surge, and Fireball. I think we can hide this. This has got some great cards in other colors. Why are these 3 here? It's got 1 in each color, and all of them are playable. So that's pretty interesting for pick 10, pack 3. Arsonist, awesome. That's really a good pick here. Still a Sacred Wolf and a Growth in this pack. Green is so open, it's not even funny. Tunneler number 2. Elemental number 2. Alright. We have some combos that can just do some amazing amounts of damage. Alright, so Lightning Elementals really go with the Warstorm Surge, so I kind of want to have one in there. I don't really care so much about these guys, this guy, or this guy. One of those should be plenty. 15 creatures. Alright, let's try that. So it looks like we forgot the Greatsword. Let's try. Sometimes I really like 41. I know it sounds just silly, but I think it can be pretty good. Alright, so what do I need 2 white for? Just the Day and the Sarah? What do I need 2 red for? Just the Minotaurs? But I have more red than white, so I think 9/8 should be fine, in all honesty. And then add the Greatsword. Alright, so Warpaint's not that great for us. Interesting spells as opposed to creatures. Our creatures are like meh, but our spells are pretty good. When you look at that lineup, it's a pretty decent stuff. Rock Egg's not that amazing until it dies, but that's kind of the point of it. So, all right, we're submitted, and we'll see you guys in round 1.